Hello, welcome to day 5 of the 12 days of Christmas for the Global Share Fair Christmas fun that we're having. This is my project and I have chosen this one using the Cottage Wreaths set because today is day 5. And on the 5th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 5 golden rings, which made me think of the Christmas wreath stamp set. Mind you, that's the only thing that is attributable to the rhyme. There's nothing gold and no rings or anything like that. But there is the wreath, which is a bit like a ring, isn't it? But this is a beautiful stamp set and coordinating die bundle that is in our annual catalogue, not in our mini catalogue. But it has it's so simple, and I really like the lovely simplicity of this card. So let's start putting it together. So I've got just a standard card base, any standard card base, and then my first layer is some of the lovely vellum, the printed vellum. This one I'll show you here so you can see the design a little bit better. The lovely spotty design there. Okay, so I'm just going to put adhesive right in the very center because you won't be able to see that once I put on my centerpiece. Okay, so that's just a little bit smaller than the standard card front. My husband's mowing just now, so I've had to close the windows and doors, so please excuse me for a minute while I take off my jumper. It's quite warm with everything closed up. All right, and then I have for the front and the inside 2 little squares that are just big enough to incorporate the wreath. Okay, and I've got them layered together like that, and I can actually put these onto the front of my card already because I don't need to do anything else for them. I'll just get some Stampin' Dimensionals and pop this onto the back here of this one, and then I'll pop that right in the middle of my card, and then this one also, because there's no stamping done on this piece. This is for just for layering the wreath on. I do have a little bit of die cutting to do though with the lovely Cottage Wreath dies. Okay, I'll pop this one right inside the center of there. Here we go. So that's the front of my card done, and while I'm sticking things, I'll just make sure I've got the larger one. That one does need some stamping, so I'll just put that aside. I'll do that after I've finished. And pop this one on the inside. Have you enjoyed the lovely projects we've had so far for our 12 days of Christmas? Okay, that's stamping. This one's for stamping. And here's my pieces for die cutting. I'm using shaded spruce for my wreath. And the wreath I'm going to use for the shaded spruce is this larger one. And then I'm going to use that on the silver, and then this lovely bow for the rose gold foil. Okay, let's just pop my lovely little mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine here. Put you there. And my large wreath first, and run you through. This wreath is actually quite a fun interactive wreath on this particular one. If you have a look, it has these little bits here all can flip up to create extra interest. You have little layers of wreath there, but mostly I'm going to just use it as a bottom layer. I'll pop all that out in a minute. And the next one I'm going to put through is the more detailed wreath, and I'm using the silver adhesive paper for this one, which will make it very easy for me to put it together. And all of these dies in this set work really, really well with the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Now that one's starting to peel off, so I'll just leave that one there. And then last of all, this lovely bow. There we are. To finish off the wreath. Okay, I can pop you over there out of the way, and you, and get my take your pick tool and pop out my bits and pieces. Okay, so there's that one. And then this one, if I try and bend it a little, most of these might just pop out. I won't have to do too much. And can you see those little little leaves there have 2 layers, so you can actually give it a lot more dimension when you're creating your wreath out of it. But as I said, I won't be doing that. There we go. I guess I could use my die brush on these. Last time I didn't have to worry, it just came out pretty easily though. I didn't think of this when I thought I'd do all the die cutting with you. Having to wait while I clean out all of the bits and pieces out of it. Okay, almost there. That one and that one. Rightio. Move you all out of the way. How many have I missed? Just that one. That one's not going to come out, so we'll just leave that, because after all it's going to be underneath. Okay, here's our card. We'll pop a little bit of glue around here, just a tiny bit. There we are. A little bit of glue around there, and where's the one that wasn't coming out? There and there. I'll position that just about where my greeting is going to be, so that'll cover that up. And then this one here, I do have to pop out all of these things. This one is already adhesive, so I don't have to add any glue to this one. It's all good to go already. But I do want to take all of the bits out of this one. And it's a bit tricky when they're all sticky. They're all sticking to each other. Out you go, out you go. I'm making a bit of a mess, aren't I? There we are. Okay. I'll pop you over the top and just offset it lightly. Let's stick that one down. Oops. Take all of those out of the way. Now, is there any that we need to fix up there, on there? Not that I can see. All right, next is this super gorgeous bow. It's actually my favorite die in the whole die set. I love the detail, the embossed detail you get, especially when you die cut it with foil. Makes such a difference. And I'm going to use a mini glue dot right in the center of that one to pop you right down there. and then we can do our stamping. Okay, I'll just grab my pad here to help with the stamping. And I've got Merry Christmas on a little block. That's a rather big block for that. And I have the large wreath to give us a little bit of detail to the inside of the card. There we go. Okay, and Merry Christmas I'm going to stamp. I'm using very, very traditional colours for this card today. I'm going to use cherry cobbler for my Merry Christmas. And then just close you up. A little bit more of shaded spruce for the inside of my card, just to add to repeat the detail from the wreath on the front. There we go. And then my card is almost complete. I'll just pop this one on the inside. Can you tell I've just re-inked up my shaded spruce ink pad? It's a nice intense colour. There we go. There's you. And then this one I want to cut and I can't find my scissors. I want to trim it ever so carefully. Oh my goodness, I usually have everything at my fingertips. So because I haven't got my scissors, I'll just grab my trimmer and just trim the little bit off this. There we are. And pop you onto the side. I wish I had my scissors. I'd trim the top of it as well, except I can't find them. Unless somebody borrowed them. Hang on. Just got some spare scissors from my spare scissor section. Trim that and pop you just there. And the last thing I'm going to add is some of the mini glue dots, the mini pearls, the in colour pearls. I think the Sweet Sorbet pearls work beautifully with the rose gold foil and the silver. And I'll just pop some little pearl details around the outside of my wreath there. And that is my card to celebrate day 5 of our 12 days of Christmas. I hope you've enjoyed that. There's a close-up of the lovely sparkly detail. It's a very simple card, but I think the cardstock and the silver really make it shine. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you tune in again tomorrow for the next person for the 6th day of Christmas. Bye-bye now.